Hey guys, Harley Day Rider back with you here once again on a beautiful 2011 Harley Electra Glide. I figured I would take you since we're out today riding around. I'm going to try to take you to my old stomping grounds. Yep, where I grew up. Where did Harley Day Rider, where was Harley Day Rider raised as a baby? Maybe as a 1-year-old, as a toddler. Where did he go to school at? Well, I can answer all those questions and many, many more right here, right now, on this episode of Harley Day Rider. Oh, that sounds like my favorite show, huh? Diners, Dive-Ins, and Drives. Diners, Dive-Ins, and Dives. Well, the Triple D. Oh, I can't see shit. Sunlight's in my eyes. Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to take you on this magical journey here to show you where I grew up at, the little house I grew up at here in beautiful Washington, PA. And we're going to take you down a couple back roads here. We'll start with this one, I think. I think this is the one I want. This is beautiful right here. Who in the hell built this thing? Look at this. Holy crap, that's really nice. So this is actually one street that we used to walk around on and have a good time up here. And if you want to look this up on the map, I'll give you the location. So many people like hide their GPS and stuff. I'm like way open. I'm too open here for you folks. I can't tell you where this is. Now this is in Washington, Pennsylvania. It's a little village town, whatever the hell you want to call it. And it's known as Wolfdale, Pennsylvania. I would give you the zip code, but I don't remember it. Well, it's called Wolfdale, but it's in Washington. Oh, they fixed up the Humble House there a little bit. Which one is it? Was it that one? I think so. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to try to cut across on one of these roads here. It used to cut across, and I haven't done this for a long time, so bear with me. Bear with me. We'll see if we can get onto this road here. And we'll see if we can't cut across here. It's funny riding on the motorcycle down this area, because I used to ride all this on my bicycle with my buddy when I was young. Yeah, we'd pedal around here. And it's weird now seeing it as an adult. Down this way. I'm just hoping there's no gravel around here. I hope I can get through this alright. I mean, the roads look actually pretty darn good from what I remember. So this is the little town I grew up in. Little village or community of Wolfdale in Washington, Pennsylvania. And spent all my years here. Actually all the way through high school, through graduation, until I went to the Army, until I joined the military. I was living here. Okay, this is going to be one of those bad turns here. Okay, let's get out of there. So this is where I had my first skateboarding accident, right here. Right in this little bend here. It's coming down here really fast on the skateboard, sitting on the thing. Went to go around that bend, skateboard went straight, I flipped over the side of it, rolled across. Had a bunch of brush burns or rug burns up my leg and on my backside, on my buttocks, as Forrest Gump would call it. All my neighbors and friends lived up here. I used to mow this grass right here, this big yard. I used to mow that for $5, but it gave me money to buy snacks and stuff on. This right here in front of me was our childhood home. This is where I grew up. Now they remodeled and did some stuff to it, but it's still just as small as it was when I lived there. So that is it. That's the childhood home right there. Yep. On that back porch, we used to sleep a lot on the back porch. Me and my buddy would sleep out, you know, have good times there. I thought that was a dog. Here was this guy throwing some crap in his truck. Used to sled ride down those hills up there. It's just a nice little neighborhood to grow up in. I mean, we had good times in this neighborhood. There was a kid here that, you know, kicked my ass a couple times. He was just one of those kids, you know, he just liked to kick everybody's ass, so it is what it is. I'll show you where my buddy lived down here, my buddy Jeff. He was almost like a brother to me. I never had a brother. I grew up with two sisters. And we got this crazy dog here wanting to kill my ass. He grew up right here in this house. Nice little house there. I guess his one of his relatives, after his parents died, took it over in some kind of hasty takeover there. So it's kind of sad. But Jeff was always a good guy. He was like a brother. And then we lost touch with each other. Can't see around this pole. That looks better. So yeah, we lost touch with each other, and you know, that happens. We did get in touch with each other through a site called Classmates.com. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to be able to talk to each other again. And we had plans to go to dinner. We just never did it. We just never made it out to dinner. So, truck, you gonna stop? It's my turn. There you go. So yeah, we never made it out to dinner, and we talked on Twitter a little bit back and forth. Yeah, but like I said, Jeff was like a brother. If you've seen him somewhere, I mean, he was younger, a couple years younger than I was, but if you've seen him somewhere, you always seen me. If you see me somewhere, he was usually with me. This is where I went to grade school at, right here. This is the Wolfdale. This was the Wolfdale Elementary School. They have since closed it many, many years ago. That's where I got married. For the first marriage was in that little church. My mother worked here at the PX Market. So we had a very small hometown life, like an Andy Griffith type life, you know what I mean? Like Mayberry. This is like Mayberry, RFD around here. We knew everybody, all the kids knew us, all the parents knew other people's kids. If you did something wrong, they picked up the phone immediately. Before you got home, your mother knew you did something wrong. You got home, she had the wooden spoon out, and she cracked your ass with it, you know? That was actually when we feared discipline. Today, people don't fear discipline. They don't give a shit, you know? You can do something wrong today, and your parents are defending their kids. Oh, my child wouldn't steal from the store, take a DVD, or my child wouldn't beat up this boy, or my child didn't get that girl impregnated. Yes, they did. Kids do that. That's what teenagers do. You know, and it's not that teenagers are bad. Teenagers were just full of mischief. And parents got to quit defending these kids. You know, let them take their punishment. What's going to happen when a kid gets picked up, put in jail, and, you know, and then the parent runs, oh, my kid didn't rob the store and kill 4 people? Yeah, they did. They held the gun when they were walking out and the cops caught them, you know? So that's what happens. But yeah, back in those days, right here's where I played midget football. This is the Bronson house. I used to box in there. So here's the midget football right here. And used to get my little ass pummeled on the football field there. And yeah, I wasn't the greatest ball player, believe me. Not by any means. But yeah, so this is our little town I grew up in, Little Wolfdale. They call this, believe it or not, my wife always laughs because they call it Little Washington, PA. Little Washington, like you're washing clothes. It's not Washington. You know, a lot of people say it's the actual pronunciation is Washington. So yeah, that's where I grew up. Wonderful story. You know, I'm happy to be able to show you folks where Harley Daywrider was as a baby, as a toddler, as a very young man in my teenage years. That's where I was. Like I said, we lived there, and we were fortunate. Today, kids aren't fortunate enough to stay in one place. It seems like families want to bounce from place to place to place, but I was fortunate where we grew up in one place. We was able to go to one school system. We was able to graduate from that school system, and then I went on to the military. After my mom and dad split up, which is very unusual back in those years, but they got divorced. My mother actually ended up selling the house and getting herself an apartment, and so the house went, and that's the people that own it now, I guess. It's the same people that own it. It wasn't a mansion, but my dad worked hard. He worked in a paper mill, and he worked very hard to, shield's fogging up, you can't see that, but he worked very, very hard he worked very, very hard to give us what he gave us, and you know, be able to buy that house for us and stuff, and raise us in it. We always had good holidays, good Christmases and everything. So, all right. This traffic is a lot of people going home from work now. It's 5 o'clock. They get off at 5. All these roads start getting congested, backed up. I lived up here one time. This is a trailer park. Yep, Harley Day Rider lived in a trailer park at one time. When I was first married, because I was married before, and if you bark at that, or if you say can't watch Harley Day Rider no more because he was married, he got divorced, he must be a very bad person. No, it just took me a couple times to get it right. I had to find the right woman, somebody that would put up with me, somebody that would love you through thick and thin, you know. I got married the first time when I was 18 years old, so I didn't know what was right from wrong, and I think that was a big part of it. So, but so we lived back here for several years in a trailer. We had my son. My son now is 30 years old. My daughter, I told you before, you might have seen her before. No, I don't know if I had her on a video or not. I don't know, but she's 20 years old now. So, and now I got my wife has 2 girls, so I got two wonderful stepdaughters too. So now we have 4 kids that we share, like his, mine, and ours. But now you know the story of the Harley Day Rider. Not much of a story, you know. It is what it is. I don't know. I have to tell you now, though, it's like I wake up in the morning and I'm like everybody else. It's hard to get ready to go to work. I love my job. I love what I do. I love working with students from you know, K through 12. I don't teach. Remember, I'm the technology director, so what I do is help with their computer issues and do that stuff, and I love it. I've been doing it for a long time. So I would think to say, after taking this wonderful ride here today with you, I would think to say that I really love my life. Like I said, I got great kids. They're not involved with drugs and alcohol. I mean, they drink some, but hey, who doesn't? I got a wonderful wife that looks over me, takes care of me, watches out for me, and I watch out for her. We get to take vacations together. So yeah, I would say that I have a pretty good life. You know, like today, I want to go. I'll take the bike out and do a little riding. She's like, "Hey, have a great time out there." So it's wonderful to be able to do that. And so thanks, folks. I'm not going to drag this out. I don't want to make this too long. I hope you have a wonderful day, good evening, or whenever you're watching this, or a good morning if this is the start of your day. Glad that I can share some of my life with you, show you a little bit of where I grew up at. Maybe one day we'll get some of that from you folks out there. If you still live, I know a lot of people don't even live near where they grew up at, but I've seemed to be, I was born, raised, and I'm still in Pennsylvania, so I'm not far from my childhood home. So, all right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful day out there. Keep those motorcycles running. Have a good time. Get a little bit more riding in before this riding season comes to an end. Harley Day Rider, down and out in southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now, folks. We'll see ya.